Hey everyone, welcome back to Clip Your English. I'm Jake.
And I'm Rachel. We're back with episode 3 of our Learn English with Movies playlist. And today we're tackling something that drives English learners crazy.
Let me guess. Fast movie dialogues.
Exactly. You know when characters talk so fast, you're like, wait, what did they just say?
Oh, been there. So, if you've ever watched a movie and felt lost because everyone's speaking at lightning speed, this episode is for you. We'll share some real tricks to catch every word.
Stick around, because by the end, you'll have a game plan to understand even the fastest talkers in Hollywood.
So, Rachel, let's start with the big question. Why do native speakers talk so fast in movies anyway?
Well, think about it. When you're speaking your native language, you're not thinking about each word, right? It just flows naturally.
Exactly. It's like, imagine you're riding a bike. You don't think about pedaling, you just do it.
That's a great comparison. Plus, in movies, actors are trying to sound natural and realistic. So they speak the way people actually talk in real life.
And here's the thing. Native speakers use a lot of connected speech. Like, instead of saying, "What are you doing?" clearly, we say, "What you doing?"
Ooh, yes. Or I'm going to becomes I'm gonna. Words just blend together.
Right. And we drop sounds too. Like 20 sounds more like 20 in fast speech.
Wow. No wonder it's confusing for learners. So, what can people do about this?
Well, here's my first tip, and this might sound obvious, but use subtitles.
But Jake, don't you think some people feel like that's cheating?
No way! Even native speakers use subtitles sometimes. I use them when I'm watching British shows because, well, some accents are tough.
That's so true. And here's a pro tip. Start with English subtitles, not your native language subtitles.
Oh, that's smart. Because you're still practicing reading English while listening. It's like double practice.
Exactly. Your brain starts connecting the sounds with the spelling. Over time, you won't need subtitles as much.
Another thing I always tell people, don't be afraid to pause and rewind. Seriously.
Yes. I mean, when you're learning, there's no shame in hitting that replay button. Movies aren't going anywhere.
I remember when I was learning Spanish, I'd replay the same scene like 5 times until I got it.
That's dedication. And you know what? Each time you replay it, you catch something new.
Totally. The first time, you might just get the general idea. Second time, you catch more words. Third time, boom, you understand the whole thing.
And here's something people don't realize. You can also slow down the playback speed on most platforms.
Ooh, that's a game changer. YouTube, Netflix, they all have that feature. You can set it to 0.75 speed.
It sounds a bit weird at first, but your ears adjust, and it's so much easier to catch individual words.
Right. It's like training wheels for your ears.
I love that. Training wheels for your ears. But Jake, what about choosing the right movies? Not all movies are equal for learners, right?
Oh, absolutely. You don't want to start with something like, I don't know, a Christopher Nolan movie where everyone's mumbling about time travel.
Yeah, those are tough even for native speakers sometimes. I'd say start with movies that have clear dialogue and simpler storylines.
Comedies are great because the jokes are usually, well, you need to understand them for them to be funny. So actors speak more clearly.
And romantic comedies especially. The dialogue is usually about relationships and feelings, topics we can all relate to.
Plus, they repeat themes and vocabulary, like you'll hear words about love, dating, friendship over and over.
That's perfect for learning. Repetition is key. What about family movies?
Oh, family movies are gold. They're designed so kids can understand them, which means clear pronunciation and simpler vocabulary.
And the emotions are usually really obvious. So even if you miss some words, you can follow the story through expressions and context.
Exactly. Context is huge. Sometimes you don't need to understand every single word to get the meaning.
So true. Like if someone's crying and says something you don't catch, you can probably guess it's something sad.
Right. Your brain fills in the gaps. It's actually pretty amazing how that works.
Now, should we talk about active listening versus passive listening?
Ooh, yes, this is important. Passive listening is like having a movie on in the background while you're doing dishes.
Which is fine for exposure, but if you really want to improve, you need active listening.
Active listening means you're focused. You're really trying to catch the words, understand the accents, notice the rhythm.
And here's what I do. I take notes. If I hear a phrase I don't know, I write it down and look it up later.
That's smart. You're building your own personal vocabulary list from movies you actually enjoy.
Exactly. It's so much better than memorizing random word lists from textbooks.
Because you have context. You remember where you heard it, how it was used.
And the emotions connected to it. Like if you learn I'm fed up from a dramatic scene, you'll remember that it means frustrated or angry.
So much more powerful than just reading a definition in a dictionary.
Definitely. Jake, what movie should we recommend for today?
Let me think. Something with clear dialogue, interesting story, but not too complex.
What about The Princess Bride?
Oh, that's perfect. It's got adventure, romance, comedy, and the dialogue is so memorable.
Plus, it's quotable. People still say lines from that movie. Like, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya."
Yes, and inconceivable, though that guy talks pretty fast.
True, but that's good practice. The story is engaging enough that you'll want to understand what's happening.
And it's not too long, about an hour and 40 minutes. Perfect for a practice session.
The accents are mostly American too, which is helpful for learners who are focusing on American English.
Great choice. So there you have it, everyone. The Princess Bride. Adventure, humor, and clear dialogue.
But remember, whatever movie you choose, be patient with yourself.
Yeah, don't expect to understand everything on the first watch. That's totally normal.
Even native speakers miss things sometimes, especially if we're distracted or eating popcorn loudly.
The popcorn struggle is real. But seriously, improvement takes time. Celebrate the small wins.
Yes, like, "Hey, I caught that idiom," or "I understood that joke without subtitles."
Those moments are the best. They keep you motivated to keep practicing.
All right, everyone, let's wrap this up. Today we talked about why natives speak fast, how to use subtitles effectively, and the power of pausing and replaying scenes.
Plus, we recommended The Princess Bride for your next movie practice session.
Now, here's our question for you. What's the fastest talking movie character you've ever encountered? Drop it in the comments below.
And if these tips helped you out,
smash that like button and subscribe for more English learning conversations every week.
We'll see you in the next episode of Learn English with Movies.
Until then, keep practicing. And remember, every movie is a chance to improve.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.